Hello, this is John Piper. I'm the author of the best-selling book, The Way to Trade. I've been trading since the 80s, so good 25 years plus. And I'm also the founder of The Technical Trader, which is a leading technical newsletter for traders in the UK. Today I want to talk about the three essential elements that go into a successful trader. Now, you know these three elements, then you're set for life. You'll make money consistently. The markets change all the time. Every day news comes out changing things. Your fellow traders will come and go, but you'll still be there raking in the profits. This is pretty crucial stuff. I'm just launching my new video course on trading, covering 10 solid systems I use every day myself. And these three elements are the bedrock of this video course. Now, the course, of course, comes with a price tag, but this video is completely free, and I want to give you some useful stuff here today. And so without any more to do, let me go into the first of these three key elements. I'm going to write this down on this portable whiteboard I have here, because that way it seems to make more of an impression. So basically we're talking about strategies and systems that give you, and the key word is an edge, because it's when you got an edge, excuse my scrawl, when you got an edge, that's when you start to make money. So this is the key point with developing any kind of trading system, is that it gives you an expectation of profit over the losses you make. Trading is a business like any other business, and the expenses that you pay out, they aren't buying your stock, because there is no stock. It's not paying your employers. You don't have any employees. It's not even tax, because in the UK the spread betting industry is exempt to tax. But what you do have to do is you have to bear the losses that come up from time to time, and that's inevitable. That's really the essence of the business. Every trade you take, there's a risk and there's a reward. The key point is to make sure that your rewards are bigger than your risks, and that your hit rate allows you to come out on top. That's what a good trading system is all about. So let me give you one example from the course, my extreme stop system. I'm not going to explain the detail, obviously, because that would be giving it away, although I might do in a later video. But basically, with that system, you're guaranteed to catch the move you're after. But also, if that move doesn't come in, you may not trade. Now this is a big advantage. Very often I find I'm looking for a certain level. I'm thinking, right, that's a key level there. The market goes beyond that, then the move I'm expecting will come in. So I just put my stop in that point. Now, if that level doesn't get taken out, then the trade is invalid. But I'm not on board. You know, I'm not trying to second guess the market. I'm just trying to get into the move when it happens. And this is where the extreme stop system works. It's an extremely useful system. I say it's just one of 10. In fact, there are more than 10, because I'm putting everything I know into this course. It's my life's work. You know, it's very important to me that it's particularly useful. Our business philosophy, we want to give our clients a lot more than they expect, because it's win-win. You know, you get more than you expect. First, you won't want to claim a refund, and there's always a full money-back guarantee with these products. But secondly, you recommend us to your friends and your associates, which is obviously good news for us. And you know, we'll both be gaining, and that's the essence of any good business deal. You know, we both want to win. If it's win-win, then we just carry on. So when one party's not winning, that the problems tend to develop. Okay, we're now going to go on to the second of these three key features. The second of these key aspects is money management. Not just any money management, it's got to be effective money management. Because unless it's effective, clearly it's not going to help. Now, some of you may not be aware what money management actually is. What is effective money management? Well, there are two basic reasons to use money management. The first one, the most important, is to keep you safe. Because as with any life skill, any key business skill, you want to be around long enough to learn the key lessons. And this does take some time. This is not an overnight skill. We're talking about something that could produce an income for you for the rest of your life. Now, you know, that doesn't happen overnight. If you become an accountant or a plumber, whatever you become, there's a training period, and that goes down for trading as well. It can be a lot shorter than many other comparative skills, but it's still there. So the money management, the key thing is to make sure you don't risk too much on any one trade, so that your pot stays safe. And with the course you get precise rules of what these should be. I mean, basically in my books I generally say between 2% and 4% of your pot goes on any trade, but the money management ought to be progressive as well. So as your pot increases, you increase the size of the stake, and as the pot decreases, and I said there will always be losses, then you reduce the size of the stake. You know, that's common sense. But effective money management goes way beyond that, because what you get in trading is you get strings of profits and losses. So you may get 1, 2, 3, 5, even 10 profits in a row. But the same with losses, sadly. Now, nobody ever complains about the profits, surprise, surprise. But the losses are serious. You've got to be careful with those losses. You know, you can't afford to lose too much. And that's where the progressive money management comes in. By accelerating your position size as a string of profits come in, you can hugely increase the money you take from the market when that happens. However, reversing that process when losses come in and reducing your stake as losses mount up can mean that even a string of 10 losses is not going to hurt you that much. You know, so the logic's very simple. You see a string of losses, you don't lose much. A string of profits, it's a bonanza. And this sort of money management can really transform your trading system. It can even make a losing system into a winning system, and there's an example of that in the literature. So that's the second one. So the third one we're going on to now. Okay, the third feature is trading psychology. But the missing word here is good trading psychology. You see, basically, as human beings, we become hardwired, all these instincts and emotions, and they really help us when it comes to trading. I mean, just take the simple instinct, fight or flight. You know, a threat comes along, and the instinct cuts in. We don't decide, we just do it. We fight or we fly. But that's no good in the marketplace, because you know, if we're long of the market, say, market starts going down quite fast, a long way from our stop, but it goes down quite fast. It's all too easy just to bail out a position, but it could be, you know, that position could go on to make a lot more money for you, and you can't afford to do that kind of stuff. Similarly, your emotions come into this. I mean, let's just say you decide to become a trader because you're successful in some other field, and you're a bit bored with that field. You want some more challenges. Now, being bored is an emotion. So maybe you get bored. What do? You're now a trader, so you take a trade. But that's not what you want. You don't want to take a trade merely because you're bored. You want to take a trade because it follows your trading strategy. So you have to develop your own psychology so it helps you in the marketplace. And that's absolutely critical. In fact, it's probably the most important of the three. I mean, the trading systems I can give you. You can develop those yourself. You can spend time searching the internet. You can find many good trading ideas. You can spend time on that. I mean, it may be a lot of time, you know, and I don't know how you value your time, but let's just say you value it at, I don't know, 30, 40 pounds an hour. I mean, it depends on obviously who you are and what you do and all this kind of thing, but let's say it's 10 pounds an hour. I mean, it could take you 100 hours to develop a system. That's only 2 or 3 weeks full time. That's quite a lot of time, though. You know, 100 hours at £10 hours or £1,000, which, okay, it's less than I'm going to sell the system for, but it's not hugely less. But with the course, you get 10 of these, 10 different systems, I'd say, plus a few others, in fact. So that can be done. It's a mechanical thing. Once you've got the systems there, they're in place. Money management is probably easiest, in fact, because the rules are fairly simple and they're spelled out in the course. But the psychology, because obviously, it depends how old you are. So say you're 45, then you've had 45 years experience developing your way of living, your habits. Now, you know, to change yourself can be tough, which is why I suggest, in fact it's a subtitle of my book, The Way to Trade, develop your own successful trading personality. Because you need to ideally find systems that you can work with quite easily, that don't cause you any huge problems. I mean, there are systems, for example, let's say you're a football player, then clearly trying to play tennis is not going to suit you very well. But if you can find a football type system, then that will work really well for you. And that's really what I'm talking about here. Developing the systems that work in a way that suits you, which is what is so important. Anyway, that brings us to the close of this particular clip. We're launching the new course in a few days' time. If you'd like to get access to the next set of videos that are coming out very soon, tomorrow in fact, then just leave your email address on this web page, and you'll also be entered into the early bird entry to get the first snapping of the course itself, because the numbers will be limited on this. We're not releasing a huge number of this course. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.